My aunt starts running at me, full on evil. Like, I felt so much evil running towards me, and I grab her arms, and she's like jumping towards me. I'm trying to hold her down, and I'm saying, stop, stop, we can't do this. We need a plan. I don't know why I was saying this. I was like, we need a plan. Follow, at this point, we need to follow the ones who know. Like, and I was saying, I know, I knew that this was coming. And now we just need to get right with God. And I guess I was trying to like compel her spirit to believe. And here's the shocking thing for me. Hello, guys. Um, I know I haven't posted in a while. Um, I'm sorry you haven't heard from me, but I thought my, like I had nothing else to say. Here's why I was wrong. Here's why we should not ever be silent concerning the times that we're in. I'm sorry I'm talking low. It's because it's 1:54 in the morning. Can you see? It's 1:54 a.m. Monday, August 29th. Today, apparently, is the first day of school for me. I'm in college, so it's supposed to be the first day of school at my college. I don't know if it's that way with your school. But yeah, so let me start over. I'm going to be telling you guys the most horrifying dream I've ever had. I know usually when I feel like I got a vision from God, I will wait till the next morning. But I feel like this cannot wait at all. So I'm going to be telling you guys about the dream I had and how I and some of my family members missed the rapture. Okay, so where do I start? Okay. All right, so I just, went to sleep, probably like around 9 o'clock, which I know is really early. But yeah, summer's coming to an end. I gotta get my sleeping schedule back together. So anyway, I went to bed at 9. And then, in the midst of me sleeping, I had, an extended vision, a dream, and I woke up probably about 10 to 15 minutes ago, and I just was crying and weeping, thinking, what could I do different? And this is what I feel I need to do. I'm gonna come back to that. So stay tuned. I'm gonna be telling you guys everything that happened. I'm gonna get right to it, and I'm gonna be sharing with you guys about 3 verses that backs up what I'm saying and what you should be doing, what we should be doing, what I need to do. So, okay, so I went to sleep and I had a dream that I was with my older brother and my older cousin. Now, in this dream, I haven't seen my older cousin in a long time because he's about to move to Washington. But I seen him, and you know, we were just hanging out. And he stayed the night. It was here. And we were just talking about, like, guy stuff, I guess. You know, I try to live a particular lifestyle, so I'm not really comfortable in those conversations like that. You know, it's just who I am, you know. I don't really like talking about certain things without getting too, you know, vulgar on here. But, you know, I guess he was just checking up on me, trying to see where I was at. He had good intentions, you know. But, yeah, I didn't want to talk about certain things. I'll just leave that there. Okay, so the rest of the night was good. We watched movies and, you know, just joked around, whatever. And then the next day, my aunt from Georgia came up here with her friend. And I was so surprised because, you know, obviously I haven't seen her, but I haven't seen her in a real long time. And she surprised us by coming up here. So then it was her, it was my mom, it was my brother, my cousin, and it was the next day. At this point, recently, my old neighbors just moved away. And my new neighbors moved in. Yeah, so this is like, you know, I knew this was real. Okay, so for some reason there was an argument happening. It was super late. It was the middle of the night. And you know, like once you get with family, you're just kind of like, you know, hanging out and you stay up super late or whatever. So it was in the middle of the night. And for some reason, my aunt was outside, my brother was outside. And they were walking downstairs and they were like yelling and stuff at my neighbor. And I don't know what was going on, but me and my mom were talking in the room, and for some reason it stood out. Like she went to the store and brought me a snack and put it on the bed, and I guess she had to tell me something serious. I don't know, but then the noise caught us, so we ran out here. We opened the door and we seen my aunt and my brother outside and her friend. My aunt's friend arguing with the neighbor. I went outside to resolve it. I don't know what was going on, but my younger cousin was really upset, and my other cousin, his sister, was really upset too. And they were saying, sorry, sorry, sorry. I don't know what they did. But long story short, everybody just kind of left it alone. But my aunt was saying she was really mad at the neighbors. I don't actually know what happened. I really don't know what happened. But it was a feud there. I'm gonna go on to explain this later. So then we are getting ready for some type of party. And it was at this casino. I don't know what casino it is. Maybe you guys can help me out in the comments. It was like, you know, fancy lawn and all that stuff outside, and then you go in, and it was like spinning doors. The doors were gold. You walk through the first set of doors, and then you walk through the second set of doors, but it was like mirrors everywhere, and the floor was like black marble. I'm just trying to be really specific. So we walked in there. I knew it was around like the holidays. You know, I don't know which one it was, but I'm going to get back to it. My reason for it, saying that it was around Thanksgiving, I'm going to get back to it. And it's going to make sense later, but I think it was around Thanksgiving. So then we go into this casino, and we're, you know, going up the elevators and stuff. Everything's cool. Everybody's there. For the sake of the discussion, I don't know if I should say my family members' names for like their privacy. So I'm not. Never mind. But yeah. So it was pretty much everybody. It was everybody except for two of my cousins. One is in Philadelphia and one just moved to Florida. So everyone except them, and my other cousin, I have a lot of cousins, he wasn't there either. But everyone else was there, and there was a baby there. Now this baby's gonna stand out, so stay tuned, I'm gonna explain that. So yeah, everybody's there, and also the neighbors were there. Everybody's there. So we go up, and I guess it was like a hotel type of situation. So we're in there, everybody's talking. Somehow we start talking about the rapture, and I think someone had a recording of the sound. I think it was my brother that had the recording of the trumpet blowing, and he was playing it. He played it like 3 times. Okay, then out of nowhere, I remember my aunt getting sick, and she had to, this is where everything's about to turn. My aunt got sick randomly, and she was about to vomit. So we get over a sink, and I'm like holding her like shoulders, like making sure her hair is not in the way. And I remember her throwing up into the sink. And then I knew, like, oh, if you throw up, you know, we're throwing up the food like we just ate. So I'm like, you're throwing up the food you just ate. She might be hungry. So then I decided to leave and go find some other food because we didn't have, you know, food, I guess. So I remember seeing everybody there. My mom was there, the baby, he was wearing like, you know, like baby clothes. He just was like playing around, you know. My cousins were there, my aunt was there, everybody was there in the same room. Then I was going to get the food, and there was more people there, and this one young lady stood up to me because she was saying, "Do I know you?" or something like that. She was thinking she knew me, and I was telling her, you know, I was singing, and if she went to the same high school as me, and she said she was part of some type of singing club, and I said, no, I'm not part of that singing club, but I do sing gospel music. And I just remember trying to like prove myself, and I figure that's going to stand out, you know, now that I'm outside of the dream. I can say like that point stood out, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. So I was explaining to her, like, yeah, I sing gospel. And she kind of just like calmed down, you know. So then she let me into this suite, and her family was there. I didn't know anybody that was there. I'm walking through the house, and it smells awesome, you know. There was lots of food and different things. The TV was on. The football game was on. I do remember a football game was on. You know, so they're just around the TV. It was 2 women, and literally 2 women inside this like living room area where the TV was. They were watching TV. They were eating. They were excited. And then it was the younger adults in another room, like another side area at a table eating. I'm walking through all of them, and then I get into the kitchen. I'm like, okay, so I gotta find some food for my aunt to eat. Random. So I'm looking around. They had these like barbecue wings. So I'm like, okay, so let me put some on a napkin. I guess all these details are important, so I put one on a napkin. But then I looked at the napkin, and it wasn't a chicken wing. It was like a barbecue rib. I don't know why all this is important, but I'm trying to be as specific as possible as to what I've seen. If you have an idea, you can explain that in the comment section. So I put it on the napkin. It was a rib. Okay. Then everything's about to change. Okay, so I walk from the kitchen. I'm entering into that room where the two ladies were watching TV. And then you hear like a chauffeur blast. It was like bum bum. It probably lasted for about a couple seconds, probably like over 10 seconds, but it was super loud. And I felt so much fear. Excuse me, I felt so much fear in that moment because something in me told me that was the real thing. That was the trumpet. That was the call. That was the sound of the archangel before the rapture. At that moment, in that twinkling of an eye, it goes off so loud. And I'm looking down, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I'm still here. So then I go, no, this can't be it. It can't be. There's no way this is it. Because I'm still here. So I turn over, and remember how I said it was two women over watching TV? Well, one of them weren't there. She wasn't there. The other one was. And we're looking at each other as if we both knew what was going on. And without even verbal communication, she just goes, that was it. And then right from her seat, I remember she was wearing this black dress and like the fabric that they wear over. I don't know what it's called, but she was super fancy. Everybody was fancy. And she didn't care. She dove onto the floor, face first, and just started screaming and pounding the floor. No, 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 no. And then at that moment, everything went up. Everything in me exploded in emotion. It changed everything because I realized how serious it was. This was an older lady. I feel like I know some about the situation. I know about the Bible and everything, but as we know, the elders, they like know more. You know, they like have been here longer. So I'm thinking, if she's saying that was it, for some reason she has to be right. That was it. You understand what I'm saying, right? So I'm like, wow, okay. So I'm carrying over, I'm walking back to where my family was in their spot. And my one cousin was like, was that it? And I was like, I think that was it. And then I go, again, no, it can't be. So I start looking around because I know like the babies will be taken, you know, they're like innocent. And here's the shocking thing. Here's the thing that really got me. My little cousins, the twins, I remember one being there and one not there. And there are 7. So that was really scary for me. I don't know what that meant. But then I looked over and like the little stroller. And I do remember like clothes just like kind of like laid out, like the baby was playing and then the clothes just was flattened out and there was no movement. And I just looked really quick and it wasn't there. So I'm like, okay, so the baby's gone. That was like an infant. And then in that moment I'm thinking, who really is safe? Who really is safe and who really gets saved? And I'm gonna bring that back around. So yes, and remember my aunt that was throwing up. I don't remember seeing her there. I don't remember seeing my one cousin that's in 8th grade. I don't remember seeing him. I don't remember seeing my brother. I remember seeing my aunt. I remember seeing my cousins. I remember, and I'm like, I can't believe we're still here. So then I just go running, and then everything is really starting to hit me like this really happened. And I start screaming like, no, 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 Jesus, please, no, 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 I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready. And my cousin is meeting me in the front entrance. So we went through the first set of doors, and now we're almost outside. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, I can't believe this is it. So then we walk outside, and I'm like, I thought it was gonna be like, I thought I knew the time, and I said right at that moment, I thought I knew the time. And it wasn't supposed to be now, it was supposed to be like next week or something. I'm thinking like, like next week, I don't know why I said that. And things went haywire. My aunt starts running at me, full on evil. Like I felt so much evil running towards me, and I grab her arms, and she's like jumping towards me. I'm trying to hold her down, and I'm saying, stop, we can't do this. We need a plan. I don't know why I was saying this. I was like, we need a plan. Follow, at this point, we need to follow the ones who know, and I was saying, I knew that this was coming. And now we just need to get right with God. And I guess I was trying to like compel her spirit to believe. And here's the shocking thing for me. If it's myself or another person or whomever that has been talking about the Bible, and we haven't done what was right, we're going to be in a really crazy situation, because they're not just going to want to believe us. They're going to be really upset with us because we didn't tell them everything they needed to know. And it's going to be close to impossible for them to believe us and hear anything we have to say. So she was really upset with me. I felt like an animal was attacking me. So I'm holding her arms down, holding her down, and then she dives towards the floor. So I'm like holding her down. I don't know what to do. My cousin's running all the way up. So I just decide to get up and start running. And then my aunt and my cousin are chasing me. My other family members are just screaming and running around. I run outside. And I'm running. And at this point, I've really felt scared. I always knew that God is with me, so I'm never scared. I'm never like fearful. But at this moment, I knew like, this is it. Like, it felt like he wasn't there. And I was so scared because I wasn't safe at all. I wasn't safe by the slightest bit. So I'm just running hopelessly. I run back into the building, and I run out of the building. And then I get outside the building, and there's cars flying backwards. And then I remember seeing like these square orbs coming out of the ground. And I know personally what I try to do is, I guess, try to make a joke out of things sometimes to make things feel like better. But I couldn't think of anything. Nothing was making it feel better. I knew in that moment everything has changed and I have no protection. This is it. This is it. And I remember saying, well, I guess we're going to war with China. I don't know why I said that, but I said that. So I'm running around to the other side of the building. And then one of my cousins goes, there's an escape. But she wasn't talking to me. She was talking to her mom. And they start like climbing down into the ground. It looked like a silver pot of some sort. And she opens it up and it looked like they was getting ready to climb into it. And I'm running towards a bush. I don't know what happened after that. I woke up. I just woke up. I don't know. And I don't know. I felt like I needed to share this. I'm going to share this message with everyone I can. If you feel the need to share this message, please do. My overall summary, what I can say is that we have to tell people now about the rapture. I personally feel like it's literally right around the corner. We always said we were in the last days. But it's something about this season. It says we're supposed to know the season. I'm going to read the scriptures. We might not know the exact day, but the season we are to know. And I've been getting a lot of feeling about this year, about the Feast of Trumpets, about the no man knows the hour, right? And we've been hearing kind of like that verbiage. And it could be in reference to that time. It could be. What if it was this year? Feast of Trumpets is next month, 24th through 28th time. What if it really was? What if it was? Who would know? Who would know? Who would be ready? Would you be ready? It was the worst feeling. When I ran from that room, that lady dove on her face. And I ran outside the building. I do remember my cousin running backwards further into the building. And she said, I think I don't know if I can say that. She said she was going to hurt herself. She was going to end herself. I don't know if I can say that or not. I didn't want to add that in there because I don't know if I could say it, but I'm telling you the raw, honest truth. The fear and the uncertainty run deep. There is a rapture coming to save those who believe and follow the will of God. And then following that remnant, those that have been coming up to you, talking to you about God, that one person in the room that just has the brightened spirit, making things kind of feel better, all of that positivity will be gone. The guidance and the protection will be gone. I did not feel protected. It was so, I legit felt horrified. And I have to tell you, that's exactly what it is. And, I don't have all the answers, but I do certainly feel that our days are short. It could possibly be this year. It could be September. It could be next year. We don't know. We had the Revelation 12 sign. September 17th, was it September 14th, 2017, something like that? With the bride dressed in the sun, the moon at her feet, that sign in the sky. That happens every year. Feast of Trumpets. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I just really feel like our time is really short. And we have to tell everyone we can. We have to be ready. A rapture is coming. Children will be gone. Family members will be gone. People will be gnashing their teeth. People will want to end their lives because so much fear. I woke up and I wept. And my eyes are tired and dry. And I can't cry anymore. But I was horrified. I'm going to leave you guys with these scriptures. Okay. Okay. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 51. Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall rise incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible shall put on incorruption, and this mortal shall put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall put on immortality, and this mortal shall put on immortality, then be brought to pass by saying, as it is written, death is slowed by victory. And I certainly believe, and a lot of other people certainly believe that's the blessed hope. That's the mentioning of the rapture. Okay, here's another one. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 14 forward. For if we believe that Jesus died and rose again, even so them also which are asleep in Jesus will God bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall ascend from heaven with a shout and the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of God, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. So I wanted to mention that really quick, because a lot of people do know about the rapture, but they think it's like mid-trip or post-trip. I can certainly say it's pre-trip because it's the blessed hope. Why would he tell us to comfort ourselves, right? If we're comforting ourselves and we're not living in fear anymore, that we don't have to go through the worst period of time ever, wars and increased famine and increased danger and so many other things that is described as the judgments are unveiled. So how will we get comfort in that if it's at the end? And also, I wanted to bring it back around because when I was trying to convict my aunt of what was going on and tell her, that didn't do me any good because I didn't even listen to myself. So tell them now, do the work on yourself now while you can. Do not take this word lightly. If you didn't understand before, her days are definitely numbered. And the only event described in human history where a multitude of people are vanished simultaneously at one moment. In the twinkling of an eye at the last trump, there's 100 trumpet blows on the Feast of Trumpets, a ceremonial thing. The last trump, right? In the twinkling of an eye, the event that occurs as the second star is spotted at night. So it tells you what happened like at the evening. And the fact that we were at the party at the evening means like, it was happening. And I find it interesting because I was getting ready for this party and, I was trying to, fix the feud with my neighbors and my family and stuff. And I should have been focusing on the fact that the next day was the rapture. So I was caught up and I forgot and I wasn't focused and I was tied up. And so often that happens with us, but we have to remain focused. So let me I know this video is super long, I'm sorry. Let me just say this last one and then I'll leave you. So it's important that we are believing in God, but we're also following what he has to say so he may know us and build a connection with us. So we may break away from the world and follow what he says so we're able to put ourselves to the side and listen to him so he knows that we want to belong to him. This is very important. So I'm going to read Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16 through 20. Okay? These 6 things doth the Lord hate. The 7th are an abomination, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that deceiveth, divisive, wicked imaginations, feet that be swift of running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. My son, keep thy father's commandments and forsake them. Forsake not the law of thy mother. We have to follow the commandments. Yes, he forgives. Yes, all those things. But we need to listen. We need to do his will. We're saved by grace. Yes. However, in addition to that, he knows his children. There's no getting over on him. He knows what's in your heart. If you're saying, all right, I can just do this one more time, or I can just do whatever I want and say whatever I want because I don't want to make it to heaven because I know God. How true is that? Because coming from myself personally, as I was in this dream, I know I try to live the best I can, but just in that one night, just before it all happened, I kind of just was carrying on and enjoying myself with my family. And it's not their fault, it's mine. I should have been warning them and not taking part of festivities, getting ready for some party, when the real party was in heaven, getting ready to happen, the supper, the bridegroom supper. We always have to be focused. We always have to be conscious of not lying, not cheating, not doing anything that's going to upset God. So our deeds are good in his eyes and not evil. We have to be ready. You are chosen. This generation is chosen. All the generations here, the people here are chosen to see this unfolding. I know you see everything around us happening. Without getting too deep into it, a lot has changed recently over the last few years, and you know that. You feel it in you, tugging at you. Now make the decision to get on board before it's too late. You do not want to be here for the 7-year tribulation. Look up the events that happen. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth for a reason. I will come back with another video explaining the events that will happen during the time. You do not want to be here. So get right. Get it together now. It's never too late. Also, it's never too late for those family members that you're fearful of. I had long conversations with my brother, and finally, thank God, we're now at the point to where I know he is safe and he's very happy where he is, knowing that God loves him and he's taking that journey with him, and there's no words that can describe how happy I am. Let's make more of these moments. Let's reach out to that family member. Nobody's a lost cause. We all fallen short in many ways, but we need that protection from God to lead us to do the right things so that he may save us from the worst time in human history and that we may be in heaven. So let's continue to speak to our friends and family and to ourselves to make sure we're ready. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more, and also to help out the algorithm. So the more you share or comment or subscribe, the video does better, so it's able to reach more people. And I'm only saying that because this video needs to go anywhere it can. I'm praying over this video right now in Jesus' name, that it does reach a lot of people. I feel like this is the most important video I've ever done, and I'm praying it was received. Time is short. Prepare, because the kingdom of God is at hand. I love you guys, and until next time, do good in the eyes of the Lord. May your days edify what's in the Bible and make him proud. Love one another and make right decisions. Okay.
He who testifies to these things says, "Yes, I am coming soon."